So yeah, here we are back. We're back. This is the new Dead Grips album, Year of the Snitch. I paid way too much money for this, considering this is an album that is widely available. The reviews were in because we're now at track 3 and what you call it?
Poep. Poep.
And he made a ball sound and kicked it away. So
sounds like Prodigy made love to D'Angelo.
Prodigy made love to D'Angelo. So the new Poep Dead Grips.
Damn, Prodigy.
We're going to do our top 10s first. Let's start with Thomas. Thomas is more. I'm just going to let him go. No intro.
Yeah, my the last year I listened to a lot of Northern Electronics and Bosch Isolation albums, I guess.
Like a lot of people, I think.
Yeah, almost exclusively. It's kind of weird. It's really kind of. It has been quite an obsession, actually. The two labels.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm looking for the list. The WOLVEN ZULLEN HUILEN. Okay.
That's where the conversation begins, I guess.
Personally, one of my favorite records was obviously the Varg record on Bosch Isolation, the Nordic Flora series Part 5, Crush. I've listened to that a lot lately,
Yes.
the entire year basically, since it has been released. The new Eve Tumor record as well, the Ski Mask Compro record, Demdike Stair, also really super cool records. Another one of my favorites was the Empire Line on Northern Electronics,
Yeah.
also with Varg, obviously.
He's gonna come around a lot, I think.
And with Christian Stadsgaard from Bosch Isolation as well.
The guy himself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And then some weirdo on vocals or something.
I'm thinking about his name, but
Some Guido or some weirdo?
A little bit of both.
Isaac Hansen is his name.
It's not Italian yet.
Little lover boy tattoo.
Loverman.
Loverman.
Yeah. He has also a side project called Loverman, which is some trappy, futuristic R&B-ish. Yeah, it's
But good.
auto tunes and yeah, it's something else.
Okay.
The new full record of Scandinavian Star, also released on Bosch Isolation, if I'm not mistaken.
So it's just every record from Bosch.
Yeah, it's so good.
Okay.
Rune Baga, Pink Dreams, also released on Northern Electronics, and then the Empire Line, what I just mentioned.
Okay.
That were my primarily favorite records of.
So 2 or 3 labels.
Yeah.
The Ski Mask is a.
Ski Mask has been released on other records, and the Demdike Stair records as well, but I'm not sure on which
Yeah.
labels they were released. So
I only heard the Demdike Stair were in my top 30, not on tape or not on vinyl, and I think the mixtapes they did this year, which were really good. But all limited, sold out, gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other one that I looked to in your top 10 was the Eve Tumor.
but I haven't listened to that
Same
record as much.
I listened to the previous ones a lot.
I've heard
a
it
lot.
sometimes, but yeah.
The new one is completely next level compared to the old material. It's my most listened to record this year, I think.
Okay.
Besides some Bad Time records. No, it's really good. First on Warp Records.
You saw him at
Primavera. It was,
yeah, nice story about that.
Was the best show I saw the last few years. Didn't make any sense at all. He was pissed off throwing garbage cans. Spanish people didn't get it. It was a good time.
Okay. And it was in an underground parking lot.
Underground parking lot, lots of smoke machines, strobe lights.
Weird strobe light.
I think I saw Gaika, Eve Tumor and Evian Christ in like a 3-hour span in one underground basement parking lot.
So that was the
highlight of Primavera. The only real highlight of Primavera. So
it's weird that you have to go to an underground parking lot to get
in Barcelona to get a good show.
Where else? Okay, well, nice stop, little conversation. I think we're going to do Jens's next and then mine, but you already know mine, so.
Yeah, but your list is quite extensive.
Yeah, but I'm just going to do top 10.
Super lit. Also.
Okay.
So So yeah, number one record for this year, If Tumor, without a doubt.
Okay.
Most listened to, most impressed with, most versatile record I've heard all year. In a few years actually. It's, I wasn't that psyched on his old material.
Yeah, it was.
Because it was all over the place. He had a bit of ambient.
Yeah.
It was very noisy.
That really attracted me to that record because it was all out there, like super loopy.
But I think he pulled it together on the new one. All the styles are there, but they're just.
New one is
Yeah,
it varies from R&B, pop to like even indie rock without even breaking style at some point. So it's really
That was one of the records I forgot in my list.
Yeah.
It's not even on the list.
number one by far.
Yeah.
Number two, Varg. Same one as Thomas already mentioned. For me, it was the bit of the highlight in his extensive repertoire. I think it's what he's been building to
I've listened
over
to
the last few records, and I think it's.
I've listened to the tape a lot. I don't have the tape to the Nordic Horror Series 4. It was the
Yeah.
limited tape that was with the record. I still regret not playing that one. So that's 4 and 5 because I was not
I've
clear
listened-
why he jumped to 5.
Yeah, I've listened to that one, that tape to put the Nordic Flores part 4 on YouTube. But then
I love the cover better than the
Yeah.
5 song. That's why we tried to do that. It was
With
a
the
burning palm tree or
Burning
something
palm
with the
tree.
yellow. All right.
Yep.
So, and then it gets a bit. It's not really in order anymore because I have difficulty
Putting it in order.
putting it in order. Another one that I really liked, not a full length, the latest Blank Mass EP, the 2-song
Oh yeah. That
All
was,
Seen, Shit Luck.
yeah. It was a record store day release.
Yeah, it's only 2 songs, but it really blew me away.
Okay. Well, after the last one, we saw him live in Liège somewhere. And then I went nuts on that record, especially the World Eater that was just on repeats for a long time. But that didn't come out this year, that was last
It's
year.
the 2-song EP only this year. So.
Correct, another forgotten one, it's in there.
Wow. Well, it's cool. It didn't make any sense at all. If you look at the last
totally,
album.
totally something else that he has been doing there
Yeah.
before those EPs. So
Yeah, if you listen to the full length that came before it, was like mixed from electronics that girls would like to square pusher influence shit.
Yeah, but live it was.
Was
I
really-
never had the same as a live experience, but that was what drew me in.
Yeah, it was really rough. And the new EP, just electronic stomping punk. That's better than 95% that comes out on YouTube, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be perfectly
Just
honest.
simple drum computer.
Yeah, but it fits so well. It came out of nowhere. It was really.
On Second Bones, label that keeps delivering hits. For me, they went a bit
Yeah,
wider and eclectic, but
still got some good records on there. What else do we have? Bit different. The latest Freddie Gibbs album called Freddie.
Friday.
Really, really, really good. In a year, the last 2 years, it's only been all this neo trap, 17-year-old guys with bleached hair and face tats. Not gonna say I don't listen to it, but then you got
Bobby Schmurda, but he's something else.
All the
Lil and
beats
Youngs
and
of the
bits
world.
and
Not bad, but then you have Freddie Gibbs, the older dude,
Yeah.
still bringing the same style, still the most gangster sounding gangster rap.
This maybe because it's the only him and Pusha T, maybe the only gangsters that are
Yeah,
still
yeah,
left in the
Pusha T,
game.
a bit of a
It was
coffee parlor gangster.
Yeah.
And was accused of rape as well on his last tour here.
Who isn't? Cheers.
The jury didn't convict him, so
Your face. I just spit beer and we're only in it
just
10 minutes.
just drink it. It's hard enough.
if you listen to the Freddie album in your car, it just blows your balls off the seat. It's
I listened to
the 808 on it, like 40 minutes non-stop. 808, like trembling in your ball sack. It's,
blows your balls right up your seat. Yeah.
like trembling ball sack syndrome constantly.
I've listened to that Straight Killer EP for, I don't know, maybe a year straight. That was
The
just constant on
The last project I listened of Freddie Gibbs was the Piano
Piano.
with Madlib.
Yeah,
That's the
was
one I have on
sick.
record. That's the only one I have on record.
It was sick.
That was a highlight around that year.
And the album cover was just insane as well, with a zebra print.
Zebra print.
Yeah.
Little Freddy with a Adidas tracksuit.
Our producer will insert a flag with the cover and then a plom, plom, plom. Never enough air horns. Sorry for the last air horn.
Lasers, Uzis.
So that's 5, I think.
5. You brought it up yourself, Pusha T, Daytona.
Great record.
Great record, 7 songs only, I think it's like 25 minutes. It's a perfect format in 2018 and beyond.
It's kind of like an EP, but then because it's Pusha T, it's a full length. And what's a full length? I've talked about it a lot on this channel to myself. The difference between an EP and an LP is just negatory.
It's non-existent anymore.
It's just for press releases.
Exactly. Well, really good album. I'm a big Pusha T fan in general. Last 3 albums was amazing. Quality is consistent. There's no real highs and lows. But the last album for me really stuck out.
Yeah.
Was the best. Thomas might disagree, but it was the best Kanye West related release of 2018.
I think I said it in the group. So yeah, me too.
It's
But the rhymes are so, or the lyrics are so good that you listen to the beats, but you more feel the beats. If that makes sense, then really listen to the beats.
Well, the other end, you have a 39-year-old guy with cornrows still rapping about slinging dope on the corner. Yeah. Even though he's like $1 million account.
There was a weird thing going with that record because I listened to it when it came out, and then when you listen to it digitally now, there's one track that disappeared.
Is it the Drake?
The Drake.
That's too bad.
And if I look back on my laptop digital file, and it wasn't there, so I had a late one. So I actually never heard that track. I think maybe when it came out on YouTube.
Infrared.
Infrared is the title.
It's a really good track.
But it's a Drake.
Started my favorite beef of the year. Drake versus Pusha T. Sorry, Drake.
We know you watch
That shit is lame. Just the whole Drake Pusha T.
Yeah.
2018, 2 40-year-olds.
God damn, the guy is a freaking billionaire.
That has to be fabricated.
And both of them were like millionaire and or billionaire, so it doesn't make any sense.
All right. So
what else?
So yeah, part 3 of the top 10s. Mine is been talked about in the last video. Adequate.
Is it in order or is it?
Well,
in the meantime, on the record.
Sorry, that was my number 10. Blitzkrieg Baby with War Gods on the Latin Records. I talked about it in the last tape delay.
War Gods.
It's so varied. It's. I don't even know what to call this. You said Rammstein. You said it's been everything. Techno is in here. You can mock it, but I still like it.
I will mock it.
We mock everything. Everything is poop. So yeah, Blitzkrieg Baby, War Gods. Kind of, I don't know, man. I listened to it a lot, and that was what my top was about. Just what I listened to.
Do you listen to it when you're out of home?
Just down here. Only down here.
Okay.
I don't like the name.
No.
Blitzkrieg Baby.
No.
It's a bit
on the nose, maybe.
No.
Especially since it's like German beats or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, whatever.
Okay, then I like it. That connection I do like.
Now it makes sense.
No, I like it. That's a good one.
So yeah, that was, I guess, number 10. The number 9 is Cadaver Dog and Vile Gash. I couldn't choose between the two. It's basically the same record, if you know what I mean. It's 2 huge stack records. One is over here, the dog teeth.
The artwork is really cool.
Yeah, man. Good. It was actually one of my covers of the year. It was City Hunter, this one, or Nothing, and I chose Nothing because that's creepy as hell.
I didn't like it as much as, I don't know, I only buy you to take records like once every full moon. But I bought when the Culture Shock together and was like with, I don't know which the other band.
Civilized,
I think.
And the one with the snake, but I'm blanking.
And I seem to like that patch better than even that makes absolutely no sense at all.
But
Probably, but
that was last year.
yeah.
Civilized was easily in my top. I have to look back, but it has to be there because I have to test out the LP. That was just record of the year, maybe punk-wise. But I don't think I differentiate between metal and punk at that time, so whatever. Starig Maanschaduw, black metal from Holland that we can't really talk about, I guess. It was just one track in 3 parts, one straightforward black metal into an ambient and then whatever. Same goes for Commodus, 1000 Years of the Wolf, black metal, so...
I know Commodus. We've talked about it before.
Okay.
Australian? No? Yeah, let's say
it's possible, but I
think
have to blank.
Commodus with a K.
Commodus with a K, yeah. Maybe you will actually love it. They have 3 releases right now, 3 demos, but it's...
What does it sound like?
Just raw black metal, like a lot of shit.
I only know Ash
Or
Ash Pool. I'm sorry.
Ashpool, the Dominic.
Ash Pool.
Drowning Pool.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
So yeah.
So Ash Drowning Pool.
It's my favorite black metal band of all time. Drowning Pool.
Commodus, yeah. So you checked it out.
Yeah, like 2 years ago when you first told me to listen to it.
Okay, yeah, that was when the first demo came
And
out.
since then he hasn't listened to it, I think. So
I haven't listened to much black metal.
But since you know it's still Commodus with a K, it must have left an impression. Then number 5, I think, Corrupsant compilation. That's this one. This is a compilation on fellow Filth, a double tape that I talked to Dad, so you don't need to see it. What this is a collective of young guys, I think mid-20s, that just make punk and black metal, and all the bands are in this, in Corrupsant. It's just
a
compilation.
Yeah, it's the compilation, and Corrupsant
cool.
is the name for all the bands.
Where are you from?
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen.
So it's Posh Isolation adjacent, but it's not linked.
Probably has 5 members of Marching Church. And
I don't think
I think
so.
there's only 10 people living in Copenhagen, to be honest. I'm pretty sure there's only 10 people living in total in
A lot
Copenhagen.
of circles above the A's and a lot of dots on the O's.
I think at some point guitars were banned in Copenhagen in history and only 2 people know how to play it.
But I think that everything we talked about, Copenhagen, Denmark-wise, Posh Isolation, all the punk bands involved, I think you both will love this compilation a lot. Because it's black metal and it's punk and everything in between, and there are dungeons and stuff in here, so yeah, they really embraced everything as well. Then Culture Abuse with Daydream. Just a record I listened to a lot. I hated it at first, and then it was summer, and then it just called me, was my track of the year. Gouchway, Burn Sugar, another record in that category. No core is what it's called, actually, if that's the name. Beauty Renaissance was a black metal record. Human Headstone, Drop of Blood. I talked about this to Jens.
Yeah, I liked it. It was really good.
You won't see it because it's too far, but check the last tape play. Yeah, I think it's not the best. It's not just punk, it's more, I don't know what to call it.
It reminded me a lot of the entire 2008 Mysterious Guy hardcore Slices, Total Abuse, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Sex Fit. You had the entire like
if
sloppy,
if it
slow.
out,
It kind of reminds me of that era of music, and I really liked it.
If it came out on Iron Lung, you wouldn't be surprised.
No, exactly.
But it's just the tracks are good. It's just really 5 or 6 really good tracks that kept me coming back. So, yeah. And then the number 1 was Moonen of Xesbet with Ancient Spells of Darkness. Don't know if you can do anything with that.
It's a Belgian band.
Yeah, Belgian band. It's the Perverted Ceremony side band, and it's just since black metal, early 90s, Finnish Beherit style, really good. And since they're Belgians. Now the cheat code was City Hunter, Deep Blood, and Cosmic Church. Tathimis were
But have you received the City under?
No,
in
still
the
not.
meantime, so
Still not. So it can be my number 1 in theory, but it's the number 1. So
Sucks to be you,
Sucks
to be you, City Hunter.
Yes.
Sucks to be you, City.
Didn't make a cut this year.
No, they
Bad,
made the cut, but in a weird way.
Still.
You had your copy.
Yeah, I was like,
You ordered it to That Was Europe, right?
City Hata. City.
Tape's done, so we're done. We're going to come back in part 2, I guess, with maybe a bit of playlist talk, the left-hand choices, and then, yeah, we'll see.